Call me Yahoo, cause I've got the answers. So recently I've been treated like a priest at a confessional and people have been telling me and asking me a lot of things, and I figured I'd just talk about them all in a video real quick. But before I get to that, there's something that I'd like to say, and that's, you're welcome. Yesterday I posted a video going over sitting versus standing wiping after taking a shit, and I was of course on the correct side of history, lobbying for shit sitters being the optimal breed, the very non-submissive, dominant, but fertile group that understands the right way of wiping the asshole after shitting, which is in the seated position. I was even giving a bit of a tutorial on how you actually wipe yourself sitting, just getting rid of all the misconceptions and lies you've been fed by standing wiping propaganda. And since posting that video, I've gotten so many emails, tweets, and a lot of people came to stream that night just to say that they've converted to the sitting and wiping discipline, and I couldn't be happier. Welcome aboard, brothers and sisters. I'm glad to have opened so many eyes to the truth and shone a light into the darkness in the bathroom, where once you were abandoned, left to fend for yourself, and hurt and scared. I was there to place your head gently on my bosom and suckle from my sage wisdom. May your ass stay clean and your dreams stay wet. That's not what I wanted to focus on for the video, just wanted to briefly talk about that. I wanted to clear up a couple of questions I've been getting asked a lot recently. So the first one is about Godslap. If you don't know what that is by now, if you're living under a rock like Patrick Star or some shit and haven't heard of the global phenomenon of Godslap, it's the comic book series that myself, Matt, Danny, and Jackson have been working on for the last year or so. It's what these posters are from. It's our comic book. And almost 3 weeks ago, I unveiled it to the world. Soon, I'm sure this will overthrow the Bible. This will absolutely be a more important sacred text than even the Bible. So after the reveal of Godslap, the world began to heal. The ozone layer fixed itself. We no longer even have a carbon footprint. Oil is now completely clean and fish prefer to swim in oil, so all these oil rig explosions are actually a good thing. And again, you're welcome. After our little Godslap Nintendo Direct, our E3 Godslap press conference, I let you all know that it was available now, and it's still available for the next 14 days at godslapbook.com. And all of this led to quite a few questions. A lot of it was on the website, but let's be honest, no one reads the shit on the website anymore. Like, just go on Twitter and you'll see it. People just post news articles after reading only the headline, and that's about it. So I figured that I should come here and just explain it a little bit better. By far the biggest question is, where is it? Is it like a fucking scavenger hunt where you have to go out into the world and find it like the One Piece treasure? It hasn't even shipped yet. What's going on here? There's been chaos and pandemonium in the streets. People charging their local governments, leaving mangled corpses in their wake, demanding answers, which I'm now here to provide. Where is Godslap? Well, this was one of the first things on the website, but I understand not everyone or anyone is reading websites anymore. All of the Godslap comics ship after the 30-day sale. So they all go out at the same time. So after 30 days, which ends in 14 days from now, all of them will ship all at once. So that's what's going on. I just want to make that really clear because that's by far the biggest question since it's been about 2 weeks since the launch, and understandably people are wondering where it is since they didn't read it on the site. It's one of the first things on the site letting you know that it is a pre-order and all of it ships at the same time after the 30 days. But since it's one of the first things there, I think what happened is just like that nerdy kid in high school, people just overlooked it and just went right by it. So just explaining it now, in 14 days, all of them will ship all at once. The next big question came from the limited edition covers we did. So the covers for the comic book were limited, but the posters aren't. So if you just really like the artwork and weren't able to get the comic book, the posters, you can buy fucking 100 of them if you just really like the art. So wanted to clear that up because people thought the posters were also limited. Those aren't, just the covers are. Which brings us to the next question of, will we restock any of these before the end of the 14 days? And the answer is no. We restocked them once and said that will be final, but we still seem to have underestimated the interest in the project because all 8,000 of these, 4,000 of each, went within the hour. So we underestimated the interest, and we're extremely thankful that so many of you are super excited. But our word is our bond. We said the last restock was going to be final, and we're going to stick to that. We're not going to go back on it. We're like an anime character who makes a promise and then follows it through no matter what, even when the world is fucking ending. I've been watching One Piece, so kind of like Zoro when he promised he'd be the best sword fighter because his childhood friend wanted that. And then she fell down the stairs or some shit. I'm not very far into the show, as you can probably tell. But anyway, so there's not going to be a restock of those. However, I do want to make it clear. I said this last time, but even the 2 standard covers, which these 2 are unlimited, these only will exist for the next 14 days. After that, these 2 covers will never be seen again either. So really all of them are limited, just the other 2 were super limited. So I wanted to clear that up. Issue 1, we're still aiming for like an end of the year release. We're aiming for November, early December to have issue 1 ready. That'll be between 50 and 60 pages. Initially, I said we were just going to go by volumes, so like 120 pages per volume. But we're going to change that up a little bit. We're going to go 3 issues per volume. So it'll be issue 1 end of this year, issue 2, hopefully the first part of next year, issue 3, middle of next year, and then all of volume 1 will be ready. That's kind of the game plan at the moment. And I want to again clarify, this is literally just a teaser. It is just like the whole first scene, like the very first 15 or so pages. So I don't want anyone going in here expecting this to be issue 1. I want to again clarify, this is not issue 1. It is just a very small piece of it to show off the concept and the artwork and just get people excited for the project. So I just wanted to clear that up just to make it super clear. And again, all of this for the next 14 days at godslapbook.com. The link's in the description. So now moving on to a non-Godslap topic that keeps coming up a lot, and it's actually something I've talked about multiple times over the last decade. It is, why is my YouTube channel name Penguin Z0? I get this question so frequently all of a sudden. Over the last like 5 or 6 months in particular, it has been such a fucking hot topic. So many emails and shit asking me on stream, asking me why am I named Penguin Z0. It's fucking crazy. So I'll just go through the whole story again, and it's a really short one here. I made it when I was 11. I made it when I was an actual child, a literal milk-sniffing, diaper-shitting baby boy. And I liked penguins. I still like penguins. I originally wanted it to just be penguins with an S, but that was taken. Then I tried a Z, which was also taken, and then I just added a 0, which was available. So it became Penguin Z0. There's not like an incredible action movie hero story to tell with it, like, my grandfather was in a war, chalked up over 2,000 confirmed kills that called him the Penguin, so I named myself Penguin Z0 to honor him, and Z, of course, stands for his Special Ops Division. Like, there's nothing cool. It was just I was a kid, and I keep getting asked if I'm going to change it. The answer is no, I'm not going to change it. I don't want to change it. I'm going to keep it Penguin Z0. I think it's like a nice little piece of history that I've never wanted to change and never will change. So yeah, that's really about it to the name. There's not a whole lot of thought that went into it other than I liked penguins. I still like them. They're an incredible animal. They're super fucking cute. They're really cool. They do incredible things like be cute and like slide around and shit. Like they're a great animal. So I still like the name. And this brings me to a conspiracy. Well, it's not really a conspiracy, the Mandela effect. There is a lot of people that believe that I changed my YouTube name to Penguin Z0 over the last couple of years. There are people that swear my channel name was critical at some point, but it never has been. Never was. This is a Berenstain kind of thing. But in this multiverse, the one that I've always consciously existed, it has always been Penguin Z0. I have never had my YouTube name as anything else. But there are people that swear by it, that it was once critical. So that's a little wacky and wild. You're wrong. In this timeline, it never has been. So perhaps at some point you've had some kind of reality shift and you ended up in my fucking Thunderdome. Penguin Z0's domain, baby. Welcome aboard. Hope you're not afraid of big 3-foot penis, because I play with a lot of Moby Huges. Yep. So these were really the main things I wanted to talk about. I know a lot of it was, well, pretty much all of it was focused on the Godslap questions, but that is pretty much the biggest thing we've ever done, so that has been the bulk of the emails I've been going through and receiving and questions I've been getting. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah.